Hi there, good afternoon. Great pleasure to introduce James Grant from Noba Live Beacon, who's going to talk to you about beacons for events for 10 minutes and give you an insight into that. So James.
Thanks, Nick, and hello everyone. Can't actually see the stage. There we go. So my name is James Grant. I'm from Noba, a temporary Wi-Fi company, but I'm also from a company called Live Beacon. If you want to come see Noba, we're just over there on that stand, just in the corner, number 710. So, what are beacons? Who here's heard? Thanks, Nick. Who here's heard of beacons? Great, thanks. So for everyone else, let's run through what beacons are. This is what a beacon looks like. I've got one here in my pocket. This is one of ours. What they do is they transmit unique signals to nearby smartphones in order to detect the location of users. They don't actually store any information, and they don't collect any information. They're actually quite dumb unless they've got software combined with them. So what are the uses for beacons? Beacons can be used from a number of things, from location-specific information to asset tracking, check-ins, and most commonly retargeting. Unfortunately, this is the most common use of beacons, but it's kind of the most boring. It's where people are anonymously tracked when they're out and about, and that information is used later on to serve them adverts. So if you've ever been having your cornflakes, reading the news, and you've scrolled past an advert and thought, oh, I was there yesterday, you've probably been the victim of retargeting. But our focus at Live Beacon is using beacons for information delivery, for sending useful, relevant information to people's smartphones based on where and when they are. But you might be wondering how beacons compare to other existing technologies that are used in the events industry. So obviously, and this goes with any technology, you should use the technology which is most appropriate for the situation. But what I'm going to do is just run through some of the existing technologies that are used in events and how they compare to beacons. So firstly, we've got GPS. GPS is used to locate somebody, but it doesn't work indoors, where a lot of events take place. And it also can't be used to locate a moving target. So you can target a specific location, but you couldn't, for example, target all of the people on a bus who are moving. QR codes. Yeah, sorry. QR codes. QR codes are used to scan a QR code with the camera on your phone and launch a corresponding website. But unfortunately, they've got incredibly low adoption because there aren't any QR scanning apps that are preloaded on people's smartphones. They're very, very popular in Asia and China, but just never really used in Europe. They also require action for every interaction. So for everything that you want to look at, you have to scan a different QR code, which is very laborious for the end users. Then we've got RFID. NFC, as it's sometimes called. NFC is actually a type of RFID. Token, which we're all using here today, is a type of RFID. RFID is kind of used commonly in exhibitions. It's also the same technology that's used in Oyster cards and contactless payments. RFID is great because it's cheap, but it does require proximity, and again, you need an action for every interaction. So for everything that you're interested in or you want to take a look at, you have to scan again. And then finally, we've got Wi-Fi, which is pretty good, obviously, for providing internet access, but when it comes to tracking people, it's quite low accuracy. And although it can be used for information delivery, it was never really designed for that, so kind of launching splash pages with information is always a little bit clunky. Beacons, by comparison, they work indoors and outdoors. They've got a range of up to 30 meters, but they've got an accuracy of less than a meter, if need be. And they can be detected passively, which means as you move from one beacon to another, the information on your phone can automatically change. It's even possible to detect people as they move around a space while their phone is still left in their pocket. Cool. So Live Beacon is our beacon product. It's a turnkey beacon product for information delivery. So the typical user experience is anyone with a Live Beacon app or an app powered by Live Beacon receives notifications whenever they're near appropriate beacons. And then when they open the application, the information on their phone changes as they move from one beacon to another. Live Beacon is a turnkey beacon product, which means it includes the hardware, the software behind the scenes that powers it and lets you configure your own beacons, configure your messages, configure your content, and it includes the free consumer apps as well. And we can build bespoke beacon solutions for clients, but we also offer a kind of turnkey self-service product that you can buy and deploy beacons yourself without any sort of programming knowledge, any coding abilities whatsoever. It's got a simple drag and drop editor and a web-based interface where you can manage your beacons from anywhere in the world. And that's it. Thank you very much for your time. Does anybody have any questions? No? Okay, thank you very, very much.